Asterios Kokkinos, won't you please put down that bong, or just pass it back to Sean? Boisterous coconuts, you have gone for Breaking Bad, getting fucked up with Dick's dad. You are a digital motherfucking cyber demon, kidnapping children and dragging the show into the weeds again. Please stop swallowing the microphone. Asterios Kokkinos nose, you were our favorite sneaky Greek. Now you're a chainsaw when you speak. Half Chinese, half grumblebee. We listen to the words you preached when your jokes are written by Beach. This is an intervention before you go destroying yourself. I might be making fun of you, but I'm also trying to help. Please, won't you help yourself? Please, won't you go fuck yourself?
Hello and welcome to another exciting adventure here on the Rambles podcast. We are your hosts. I am Grandpa Strange. Joined with me as always is Funktastic and Nerd Nasty. What's up, fellas?
Yo.
What up, what up?
Joining us today is the illustrious Asterios Kokkinos, better known as the digital cyber demon, Dick's Enigma. What else we got? Adam Panache, Santa Cucks. The list goes on.
Don't forget, the president of Speight Incorporated.
Yes, the newly founded Speight Incorporated president, Asterios Kokkinos.
Thank you guys for having me, and thank you for waking me up, because I'm telling you right now, I would sleep until 1 p.m. if I didn't have to do this podcast this morning.
I don't think I could sleep in that late.
Me neither. 8 o'clock rolls around every morning, and I'm like, shit, I slept late. Oh, God.
You guys don't have the proper willpower.
Yeah, 8 o'clock rolls around, and I'm like, why am I awake right now?
Well, how late do you guys stay up staring at Twitter, getting angry at the world, at like the state of the world, the success of your friends, like people who are prettier than you? Oh, no. You got to really go for it. I was up until 4:30 last night, just reading Reddit, getting mad, reading Facebook, looking at people who had better lives than me on Instagram, getting upset.
The internet nowadays is a backdoor to just fueled anger and hatred.
And disappointment.
It really is.
Yes, sir.
It really is. That's why I quit getting on Facebook, because of that shit. I would just see my feed roll through, and it was just all shit that I don't want to read. Now I only get on really to check out the Dick Show Facebook group.
The worst part, it's all people you care about, too. It's like, man, I love you so much, and I hate the stuff that you say and think about.
I can't fucking stand it, dude.
You're like my favorite person, and I also hate you so much for what you think and your opinions.
Yeah.
Wait, are you guys talking about me, Asterios Kokkinos?
No, Facebook in general.
Oh yeah, exactly.
No, just all my loved ones.
We really need. we need to split Facebook up into two different companies like they split up Bell in the 80s. Here's what we need. We need a Facebook that is just so you can see like adorable pictures of your nieces and nephews and be like, oh my God, look, oh, they're getting so big. And then we need a Facebook that is just for shitposting groups. Like, I'm in the Frasier shitposting group, and I'm telling you right now, it's pretty great. I'm in a shitposting group which is called The Same Picture of Chief O'Brien Every Day. And it delivers on its premise. And it's the worst. And by the way, this is the worst picture of Chief O'Brien. They really did it. They did, because Colomini's a handsome man. I mean, I saw him a year or two ago. He's in the Alan Partridge movie as the villain, and it's like, this guy's holding up. Oh my God. And are you guys in any fun shit posting groups on Facebook?
I'm in the Simpsons shit posting group.
Wait, which one? Rock Bottom?
No, it's just called Simpsons shit posting.
Simple, to the point.
Okay.
I used to be in a group that was a picture of a pickle, and it was just proof that pickle could have more likes on Facebook than Nickelback's fan page, and it did.
I am also a fan of that one.
Yes.
I liked that page.
Send me a link. I'll go like it later.
I'm going to like it right now. I cannot wait to like this page.
Yeah, I think it's called Pickleback.
I'm not surprised that's the name.
That sounds right.
No, that makes sense.
But the premise of the group was, let's show Nickelback they suck ass and get more likes. And it worked.
I mean, a group that only exists to hurt someone else's feelings, that's what Facebook's all about. I love that.
Exactly.
I like that a lot.
Nickelback's like the
By the
Facebook
way,
of
you guys
music.
remember when like the pickleback was a thing, and everyone was like, "Yeah, drink this." It's like, what? No, I'm not going to drink salt water. It's I could chase this with
There's still
Coke
a few
or something.
people that drink that shit too.
Runners too, yeah.
God.
Runners
They
drink pickle juice.
What is it? Just pickle.
It's pickle juice and Jameson.
Oh no. No.
I guess you can really use any whiskey, I think, but I always had it with Jameson.
Jesus Christ.
It actually wasn't bad.
I'm gonna go ahead and call you a liar.
I call lies and deceit.
Yeah, that's.
I call lies and deceit.
No
You
way,
know,
that's good.
I was very skeptical at first, and I probably won't ever order one myself, but I was ordered one, and it wasn't that bad.
The thing is, it's not that bad.
It's really not.
But it's such a look at me thing as well.
Same reason I don't order a liquid marijuana.
Yeah.
It takes forever to make. It looks super duper gay.
Yeah,
And
bright
bartenders
green.
hate making it.
I've never ever heard of a liquid marijuana.
Dude,
What
it is a
that?
fruity ass drink, and it is delicious. It is absolutely amazing if you like pineapple juice.
Oh, I do like pineapple juice.
I love
It's like
pineapple
it's
juice.
pineapple, blue curacao, rum,
Malibu.
Sweet and
I don't know
sour.
if that's what you're talking about with the rum, but
Oh, Jesus.
I know they put like two different kinds
it
of rum in it
has-
sometimes.
Midori. It's got. You know what? I'm just gonna look it up real quick, and I will post a recipe in the Discord.
All right.
So this is the new Long Island iced tea.
That's what it sounds like.
It's like a light Long Island iced tea. It's bright green and it is fucking delicious. But yeah, bartenders, they
You're
give
an
you this
asshole for
look.
ordering it?
They're like, "Oh, this is gonna take me 5
It's
minutes
got like
to make this."
It's got like 8 ingredients.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I've had it as a shot, as a like on the rocks.
Okay, it's got
so
Malibu,
good.
Captain, Midori, blue curacao, sweet and sour, and pineapple juice.
That doesn't sound terrible to make. I don't know. I'm not a fucking bartender, so
It's just a lot of ingredients to get into one drink. So if you go to a busy bar and you order it, not their favorite person.
I can't believe I just I can't believe I just totally missed that there's a new dumb, stupid, idiot drink out there. And I'm Googling this, and it's like all these things are dating back to 2012? Goodness gracious.
Things,
So
they're delicious though.
They really are. They're super good.
so let's move up a notch away from just drinking. And so Asterios, give us give anybody who is unfamiliar with you a quick rundown of who you are and what you're about.
Hell yeah. I'll fucking talk about myself all goddamn day. I'm Greek. That's all we do. My name is Asterios Kokkinos, and I am, and I'm not kidding, the president of a corporation called Speight Incorporated. It is a real New York corporation that I really spent $375 to start. We really were sent a book that's like, here are the minutes of the biannual meeting you have to have. And here's 200 shares of stock. And so now I have like these big, beautiful, numbered stock certificates that say Speight Incorporated on them. Now I know what you're wondering. What is the mission statement of Speight Incorporated? Here's what we do. Here's what we do. If you got like a shitty roommate or like a shitty boss, a shitty coworker, a shitty neighbor, and you're looking to spite them, to get back at them, to make them suffer, to make them pay, you call us at Speight Incorporated at a phone number that I haven't registered yet, but I will soon. And we will, I'm not kidding, we do $15 Speight consultations where we will tell you, like, I don't know, let's say your boss is, I don't know, he's cut your hours or something. Well, why not get your roommate to have sex with his wife and break up their relationship? And now whose hours have been cut? Whose hours of being married?
Or maybe if he cuts your hours, they cut his brake lines. I mean,
Okay, well, no, that's murder. That's not spite. That's not
I
very
mean, as long
spiteful.
as he's still in the parking lot, I don't think it's murder.
Okay, well, I guess
just
you
have
could
to let him
blame
know.
the brake lines.
I mean, when you
but,
back out of your spot, strategically maybe cut these so it's not a life or death situation.
Just got to leave a note.
Okay, well, look, here's the thing. Now, we get this question a lot. Could you just walk up to your boss and punch him in the mouth? Yeah, you could. But that's not spite. That's just aggression. The best part of spite is that ideally no one knows you did it and you can get away with it without there being any repercussions on you. Now, let me tell you, I know what you're wondering. Well, how does this guy's talking a big game about spite, but does he walk the walk? Well, let me tell you something. Years ago, when a friend of mine started spreading around my private text messages to people in Hollywood to try to ruin my name, I didn't just get mad. I recorded an album calling him a cuck hundreds of times to
It's
the
a
tunes of...
magnificent album, by the way.
Thank you. It's called Santa Cuck, Bald-Headed Lies. It debuted at number 6 on the Billboard charts, where it stayed for 3 weeks, and it beat Adele's debut album on the overall iTunes charts in Luxembourg. Now that's spite. When a guy went on Twitter and was like, I'm a Trump guy, and I hate the fact that you like Bernie and all this stuff, and I want to fight you. When this guy challenged me to a fight, what did I do? I accepted the fight, and I told him that my only training would be to eat countless amounts of chicken McNuggets. And then I secretly hired New York's best boxing trainer. And I got in the ring with him, and I made him think he was going to beat me, and then we went to a draw for spite. And one time a lady, I'm driving my car, and all of a sudden this lady, her car, she starts going in reverse, and she's like about to hit me with her goddamn car. She's like going in reverse in the middle of the street. I lay on the horn and I go, hey lady, what are you doing? You're about to kill me. And she goes, I'm trying to get into that parking space over there. She points to a parking space. I go, oh, that parking space? She goes, yeah. And then I very quickly take the parking space.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now, here's the problem. I'm already late to work. So what I do is I pick up the phone, I call in sick, I give the lady the finger, and I spend the rest of the day eating frozen yogurt purely out of spite. Now, that's the power of spite. And I can put it to work for you guys. You go to patreon.com/Asterios, you subscribe, you'll get yourself a spite consultation, and we'll use the power of spite to make things right.
Oh, I like your slogan.
I like it.
Thank you. It rhymes.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I literally won't forget that, at least for the rest of the day.
I haven't heard a better business proposal. In
2018, that's kind of the best we can hope for, is that you'll remember us all day.
I can't guarantee that.
No, that's okay. That's not the slogan's fault. They're making balloons of Trump where he's a baby, and we got people throwing starbursts at world leaders, and a lady who made a crayon for your lips is almost a billionaire. I mean, shit is moving fast.
Yeah.
That is absolutely ridiculous, by the way. People are donating money to her so that she can be the youngest billionaire.
I love it. I love it so much. God. But the thing is, I'm telling you right now, if that was a bad product, I would care a lot more. My girlfriend, Sernacha, she buys those Kyle lip kits, and they look hot as hell. They work.
Fair enough.
You know what they are? I'm not kidding. It's like, all right, it's like some liquid lipstick. And I was like, okay, I didn't know that was a thing, but it is. But then...
It is?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't know what the difference between that is and regular lipstick that our mommies had, but it's called liquid lipstick.
Oh, it's because it's a liquid? As
yeah,
opposed to
but
a
it's
wax.
like, why did you do this? What's the difference? Wasn't lipstick working? Why did you do... Lipstick wasn't sexy enough?
They had to make it liquid.
Yeah, it seems like the only reason to make it liquid is to make it like so you could spill it and waste it, and so that you need to buy more of it fast.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Liquid is a sexier word. Liquid.
It is
way better than wax. Or, whatever.
Yeah, but what could be sexier than like putting this dick-shaped thing against your lips? Makes your lips look like...
True story. Fewer truer statements have been said.
But then, here's the thing. So it's a liquid lipstick, but then I'm not kidding. I swear to God, I'm not kidding. And if any of you guys are dating a girl or a guy that uses this, you can back me up. Then it also comes with like a crayon. And it's like you now use this crayon to draw bigger lips over your lips.
Oh, I know I've seen that. My girlfriend does not use that, but I have seen that.
Yeah, it's like fucking clown makeup. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it really is. It's ridiculous.
That's great.
So,
but it works. That's the thing. It's like, look, everyone's making fun of like, oh, this is a 19-year-old dipshit in a Pepsi commercial where she gives a cop a Pepsi, and then the cop stops shooting black people who are running away. It's like everyone makes fun of the Kylie Jenner, and it's like, yeah, but you know what? When it came to like what to invest in, because like celebrities put their name on everything. Like she invested in the right thing. God bless her. God bless her. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well,
I think she
saw
cornered
something. I don't know.
Cornered the teenage market pretty much right away.
Yeah,
she definitely picked that market up.
I don't know how true it is, but I saw something that she had like lip injections.
Yeah, that was a few years ago, and then she
released her line of lip stuff. It got huge, sold a ton, and then she had the injections reversed.
That is 100% true. Everything you just said is accurate.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Shit. Man, that's great. Just swindling people into buying her stuff. Look how big my lips are. Never mind, I'm rich.
You too can have lips this big with this crayon.
Do you guys remember when she came out with the that challenge, the Kylie Jenner lip challenge, where people were sucking on like bottle caps and stuff and making their lips swell up real big.
Yes.
That's like the only thing that I've appreciated coming out of Kylie Jenner. That was hilarious. They were like crying and shit. Oh, my
Now
lips!
this could, yeah, I was about to say this could be something that I just completely made up myself. But weren't there people that were having like their lips pop because they were sucking on bottles too long?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, it was like not good for them because they would just
so their
keep
lips
doing
would
it.
Fucking split.
Yeah, they'd be bleeding and it was a bad deal.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kylie
that
Jenner.
would be the worst. If your lip popped,
Yeah, dude. Lips just popping like pimples popping in your mouth, except it's your lips and it's full of blood.
Everyone got that visual yet?
Didn't a bunch of kids also go to the hospital for eating cinnamon or some bullshit?
yeah,
Yeah.
the cinnamon challenge. Yeah,
Okay, see, it sounds like that's a similar. Well, look, I get the Kylie thing at least. It's like I want to look more attractive. Well, who doesn't? Of course you do. Now, is destroying your lips the way to do that? No, but at least I get the point. But then it's like your cinnamon challenge, your Tide Pod challenge, your milk challenge. You guys remember the milk challenge where it was like you have to sit in a hot field and drink a gallon of milk as fast as you can. It's like that's terrible. At
You couldn't
least
pay
when
me
kids
to do
were
that.
Wait, what?
You couldn't pay me to do that. That's not.
Wait.
I mean,
Really?
you could pay me to
I
do
mean,
that.
okay, because you could pay me. I would.
Yeah,
do it.
100%. You give me the right number, I am chugging that milk and
Yeah.
then throwing up everywhere.
Wait. Okay, on 3, let's all say the number. The lowest we would do it for. All right. 3, 2, 1. $5,000.
Yeah, $100.
Okay. Well, I've been severely undercut in the bidding.
I mean,
I would do it for 200.
chugging
bucks.
some milk and having to throw up for a little bit is totally worth $100, dude.
I think you guys are probably much younger than me. Like to me, like if I threw up, that's like a week. I have to take like a week off of the job I don't have.
No, I can throw up, take a nap, wake up, eat some food, eat
Feel
some
fine.
Chinese takeout, and then be totally fine.
I had the same fucking thing with my girlfriend. She's like way younger, and like she'll just like roll down a window of a moving Uber, puke, and then be like, "Now it's on to the next adventure." And it's like, "What? How are you not? How did you not die?"
I drank about a liter of some rum and then drank a 40 at a bar that we went to, and yeah, on the way home.
Dude, don't even listen. He can drink literally this like he can drink anything. He doesn't throw up. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. He
one
doesn't
time
get sick.
after I drank the 40, my stomach was just too full, so I had to get some of it out. So I just kind of rolled down the window, did a little throw up out the window, rolled it back up. All my friends were like, "Did you just puke?" I was like, "Yeah, my stomach was really full." And they were like, "That was the most casual puke I have ever witnessed."
That doesn't surprise
I was
me
like,
at all.
"Man, I was just full."
We've been at parties, and I've just been like, how is he still drinking? This dude can drink like a fish, man, and not get affected. And I'm over here on my second beer trying to like, oh, I should probably not stand up for a minute. Yeah. I remember one time I drank 3 beers and was laying on the couch telling everybody, like, I don't know why I'm this drunk. It was embarrassing. I was sitting there plastered.
No, see,
Everyone else is just trying to hang out,
that's
have a
the
good
best.
time.
I hate when people make fun of lightweights.
No, man, that's
Because,
cheap.
Yeah. You can go and buy a 6-pack and you got 2 days worth of drinking material. Get the fuck
yeah.
out of here. I wish. I buy
Yeah,
a
I buy a
6-pack
and I'm not buzzed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 8 beers
Not-
in my fridge that have been staring me in the face. I don't know what to do with them.
Drink them.
I almost cracked open a beer
I've got
earlier
stuff to do,
this
James.
morning.
I'm busy.
Wait, isn't it like 9:30 in the morning where you guys are?
Yeah. But it's Saturday,
All right.
so it's okay.
Yeah, I almost cracked one open at like 8:30. So
Oh my God, I want a beer so bad now. You guys make me really want a morning beer.
It would. I mean, it's
Should
not
we
the
all
worst
have
thing
a
in the
morning
world.
beer? I'll drink a morning beer.
I'll go grab one, like for sure.
I'm out of beer.
I don't drink beer. I get too full.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I guess I could drink a morning
Rum
whiskey
and
sour. Yeah.
Hey, I mean that's not bad. Sounds pretty good.
Wait,
If I
actually,
had Coke here, do I?
Wait.
No, I just have Mountain Dew.
All right, I'm gonna go get. I'll be right. Can we all pause our recording for like 1 minute so I can go make this? This is a great idea.
Yes.
All right, I'll be right back.
The instant coffee with a famous flavor. That's Instant Maxwell House, the happiest combination in coffee. Wonderful good to the last drop flavor, combined with the convenience and thrift of coffee made instantly in the cup. So easy, no pot, no grounds. So thrifty, saves you real money compared to ordinary coffee. So truly good, pure roaster fresh flavor. Try Instant Maxwell House, the instant coffee with a famous flavor. Instantly good to the last drop.
Okay, so we're all back from our drinks. Drink
there-
making, rather, or drink grabbing. Some of us are drinking beer. Some of us are not.
Here's what I did. I took 2 shots of White Horse whiskey. I took some ginger beer, some whiskey sour mix. I put them all together. It's going to be a hell of a Saturday morning, boys.
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
yes.
There you go.
I can't wait to get out and start interacting with people. And they're gonna be like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you talking so slow? Why are you staring at my boobs more than usual?"
You can just.
I was on a
do
podcast.
So have you picked Asterios? Have you picked a logo design yet? I see through your Twitter and Instagram that you're getting pretty much every day. You're getting new designs in. Do you have a couple in mind yet?
Speight Incorporated is looking for a logo. So if you are a designer, you're looking to submit a pitch, you can send it to me at Asterios on Twitter. So far, I really like the logo that's a big knife with the word Speight on it.
Seems appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that's pretty goddamn spiteful. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite. There's also, people keep suggesting that I take the logo for the 1970s show Kids Incorporated and turn it into Speight Incorporated. And that's a reference that's too old for me. I don't get it. Do you guys know what Kids
neither.
Incorporated is?
Negative.
Nope.
God, see, the thing is, but then I'm thinking to myself, well, wait a minute. If no one knows I'm ripping them off, then maybe they'll think I designed it. And now I got a cool logo. So it might turn out to be the Kids Incorporated logo. I mean, but the Speight Incorporated logo might just be a picture of me giving the finger and then the words Speight Incorporated kind of like written in Comic Sans underneath. Like, what if my logo was spiteful to other logos? I got a lot to...
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah,
is you need
I
to,
like the
I mean,
Comic
you got to
Sans
play the
idea.
whole thing. Like, I mean,
Oh, this isn't a game, Funk. There's no playing here. This is serious
This is
business.
serious, spiteful, serious
I
business.
get that. I get that. But I'm saying you gotta play with the whole thing there. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be Speight Incorporated, you gotta have a spiteful logo.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus! I forgot to do something at the beginning of this. The intro for this episode is from Ethan Cantrell. It's Intervention Ode to Asterios.
Aww.
Shout out to Ethan Cantrell.
Do you guys know him? He's cool.
Yeah, I met him at Road Rage Dallas.
Oh, we all met at Road. Oh, did I meet all you guys?
No, I was the only one.
Oh, why weren't the rest of you guys? What were you doing? Busy.
We live in Oklahoma.
Well, that'll
We
do
don't
it.
live in Dallas.
No, look, that's
Yeah.
far.
Yeah. It's like 4
What, tab
whole
me it
hours,
down?
man.
Just saying.
No, he did.
I didn't.
I mean-
this is my first time hearing about it, so that's gonna be my
yeah,
excuse.
I wasn't
I
informed.
wasn't invited, unfortunately, James.
Yeah, well, we can't all be 100%, guys.
Sorry. It was a hell of a time, though. It was so much fun. Oh, my goodness.
That was fantastic. Speaking of road rage,
Yes, I'm
Dallas,
listening.
why did y'all get kicked out of Buzz Brews?
I don't know. We were getting kicked out of places left and right, and I honestly think... Okay, here's what I think. Well, A, whoever kicked us out was right to do it. I think that even though we didn't do anything
fair.
wrong, I think... You guys remember that movie where Tom Cruise is works for like the pre-crime division? And he's like, I stop crimes before they happen.
Yeah, the Minority
Minority
Report.
Report. I'm pretty sure that like whatever bar we went to, the bartenders and the bouncers are like, this will eventually be trouble. These guys seem to, there's 50 of them. They seem to not know how to handle their alcohol. And they all keep yelling about some guy named Dick. I think we got to nip this in the bud. And the thing is, I kind of can't blame them because, internet people they don't drink and talk to people a lot. So like when you get them all together and they're all,
Yeah, we drink an internet.
yes,
We don't drink and hang out. We drink an internet.
no, it's like every
The
time
internet is a much different social platform.
It absolutely is because there's all like there's the nonstop aggression, but it can't escalate to a fist fight. But like not in real life. It's like everyone's drunk, everyone's aggressive. Someone starts saying like, "Oh, garbage is better than the Pixies," and someone's like, "What are you talking about? The Pixies are the best '90s Boston garage punk band." And then the next thing you know, overweight guys are awkwardly throwing ham hock fists, and it's fucking time to get the hell out of Texas. So I don't know. That's what
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I think that was the
honestly, I
perfect
have no
description of a bar argument you could have given.
From a bunch of internet nerds. Yeah,
Yeah,
An
that's-
argument, if you will.
Yeah,
I love that.
argument.
that's fantastic.
Well, I just lost my train of thought. Son of a bitch.
That's okay. That's okay.
Better catch it.
It's time to drink.
All aboard.
Like I was kicked out of a bar in Texas, and I know for a fact I didn't do anything wrong. Like I didn't throw up, I didn't start trouble. But then again, the guy's kicking me out of the bar, and I go, no, this is the right decision. Like I don't even know why, but I was kind of like, you know what?
This needs to
I
happen.
probably would have at some point done something. I mean, I don't think I would have tried to fight anybody, but I do remember there were two guys who were like, "Who's got more leg strength?" And what I said was, "Well, I weigh this amount. I know how much I weigh. Whoever can press me the most times with their legs, with me trying to stay as flat as a board, has the most leg strength." And like I'm gonna knock over a
Somebody's
table.
gonna get hurt.
Something bad's
Yeah.
gonna happen when you try to leg press me. I know it.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. It's like no hard feelings, guys.
Ridiculous.
How much you weigh?
Let's not get into it.
I was say I'm just saying like I go to the gym pretty frequently. Leg press I can do like 500 pounds.
How much do you weigh?
But
About
Oh
170.
my God, you can leg press 500 pounds at $170?
Yeah.
Good man.
I
Good
did
man.
leg
I did a couple
leg
sets.
press isn't like squatting.
Yeah, you're a lot stronger at leg pressing than squatting. Because
'Cause,
squatting, it's like your whole body.
Squats, I can squat comfortably. I'd say comfortably in air quotes, 215.
Okay.
Leg press, probably 620.
Yeah, somewhere in
Oh
there.
my God. You guys are leg pressing a lot of leg weight. That's
It's really not that. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but it's really not.
No
that
worries,
bad.
man. I'm not leg pressing anything.
For
I
the
might
second
be-
time,
I
fewer
might
truer
be
statements.
pressing my leg into the side of the toilet to squeeze out a hard poop.
Now
but
that's exercise.
You feel me?
So let's move forward again to Sanctions.
Throw me the ball. What do you guys got? Set it up. I'll knock it down. Let's do this.
Well, I want to know. I read the court document where Maddox has released Landwy. Right. That's what that last that last document you tweeted.
So far, so good. Yes.
Okay, he released Landwy, and Greenberger is continuing to press forward with Sanctions.
Oh yeah, and again, for any of your listeners that don't know, like, here's what happened. The world's first internet troll, this guy named Maddox. I don't know if maybe you've heard of him, maybe you haven't. He had a podcast. He had a page for a long time called like the best page in the universe, and so this guy like makes his living off of making fun of people. Like he's like, hey, let's all send tampons to Bill O'Reilly. Here's his address. Or he'll be like, people sent me hate mail. Here's their real name and address. Like, let's make fun of these hate mail people. So like this.
Yeah, like he was the original troll.
Yes.
He had a website dedicated to just trolling.
Yes, that is completely accurate. And he's the world's first internet troll. And so I troll him back just a little bit. I record one comedy album that calls him a cuck hundreds of times to the tunes of various royalty-free Christmas carols I stole from a Christian website that ends up on the Billboard charts for 3 weeks and outsells Adele in Luxembourg. And he gets real
and is
yeah.
It's now in the
oh my God, you're right, I forgot.
what is that shit
It's in the
called?
Library of Congress.
Yes. Santa Cuck's Bald-Headed Lies is in the Library of Congress.
Yes,
Congratulations.
because what happens is anytime
That's
you
a
make it on the
wonderful
Billboard charts, you have to send them an archival copy for the Library of Congress. So this album I recorded in 24 hours purely to outsell Maddox's dumbass iTunes album. Like this guy makes an album and he puts it on iTunes. He's like, we're number 2 on iTunes, and I'm like, I bet I could record something in a day and outsell you, and then I did, and it was so much fun. That's what
Wasn't the album though just a podcast episode broken down into like 15-20 minute sections?
Uh-huh. Yep, that's what it was. And because the thing is, like, because the comedy album section is a ghost town. Because why would anyone buy a comedy album when you could just watch comedy on Netflix, YouTube, Comedy Central, any other of the million podcasts, any other platform? Like he debuts at like number 2. Number 3 is like a Dane Cook album from 1999. It's called like his Dane Cook album called like I'm in a movie called Waiting. And so I'm like, I bet I got beat this guy to spite. And so I record this album. And so the guy sues me for $20 million. I'm not kidding. And he doesn't.
Was that so?
Yeah?
Was the lawsuit before or after the album?
Oh, after, because the album was
Okay.
used as evidence in the trial. Like,
Okay.
the guy literally,
guy
literally writes up like lyric sheets, and he's like, "Listen to how defamatory this is. Listen to this. Cuck, 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 cuck." Semicolon, Maddox is a cuck. And then the thing is, like, Maddox's lawyer, like, literally is on the stand, and he's saying, like, calling a guy a cuck is more than just a mere insult, Your Honor. It goes to the very heart of his manhood. Which is it's like you sued a guy for $20 million because he threatened your manhood? Like... What are you doing?
He gave up his manhood. He gave up his manhood after the illustrious I love you letter to 80s girl.
That is true. That is like.
So
Yes.
Funk and Nerd, Maddox wrote a letter to his ex-girlfriend who left with Dick at a wedding they were both at. He wrote a letter on a legal pad, and in the beginning of the letter, instead of just starting over, he just crossed out one of the words and continued writing.
Because this is, look, when you're looking to get the love of your life back, what you want to do is you want to grab the closest, rattiest yellow legal pad you can find. And you want to grab the pen that you stole from a Holiday Inn, and you really want to just get to work. And so this guy sues me. And here's the thing, like, he doesn't just sue me. He also sues my employer. And he sues the lawyer for my employer. And the reason he's doing this is to get me in trouble at work. A year ago, to the lawsuit date, he emailed my employer he sent my employer a letter pretending to be a reporter for Condé Nast named Heather S. And Heather S. photoshopped a picture of me with a quote over the picture of me supporting rape. And Heather S. is like, you've hired a misogynist. You've hired like an awful, awful woman hater, He-Man woman hater. Like, and so like what this guy does, this Maddox guy, is he creates like this perfect storm to get me fired from my job. Because like, well, does a PR company want to put up with, like a liability? Probably not. You know, what are you going to do? That's life. So,
Right.
So anyway, here's the thing, and I'm sorry, this is a tiny bit complicated, and I really hit this whiskey sour. I poured it way too strong, and I'm so sorry, guys.
Totally understandable.
All
Totally
right,
understandable.
thank God. So here's the thing. So originally, this guy, when he files his lawsuit, he's like, we got these emails from a reporter named Heather S., and they point out that you're awful. She sent us these emails, and she did this, and she did that. And then, halfway through the lawsuit, they go, by the way, we're Heather S. I'm going to sign an affidavit admitting to being Heather S. I'm Heather S. And so we...
Admitting to perjury.
Yes, exactly. And so we say, well, wait a minute. Either you were lying before when you said that Heather S. was a real person, or you're lying now and you're saying you're Heather S. But in one of these two instances, you've perjured yourself. So my lawyer writes his lawyer a letter saying, hey, your client perjured himself. What you need to do under the New York State ethics rules of being a lawyer is alert the judge to the fact that your client has committed a crime. Because, like, that's what you got to do when you're a lawyer. That's why you don't ever ask your client, did you murder the guy? Because it's like, if he says yes, it's like, fuck. So we send the bad guy lawyer this letter. And the bad guy lawyer is like, how dare you threaten my client? I'm going to sanction you. Now, what sanctions are, sanctions are like a special kind of penalty that you can apply to shitty lawyers. And it's like, and so like the bad guy lawyer is saying like, how dare you? I'm going to sanction you. So then my lawyer is like, well, we're going to sanction you then. Let's have a fucking Mexican standoff where we're all sanctioning each other.
Yes.
And that's
fantastic.
the next step of the trial, because this fucking Maddox thing, it was dismissed. All the charges were dismissed against everybody. This Maddox guy sues 11 people for 16 causes of action. And they're all dismissed. The first trial,
Now,
like,
is that
yes,
is that 16 causes of action per person or per party?
hilariously, we don't know, because the lawsuit was so poorly written that you can't honestly tell what defendant is accused of what civil tort. It's just so. I mean, like, the judge
They
literally
just
called
want
it,
$20
quote,
million.
a mess. The judge was
Yeah.
literally like, I can't understand this complaint. So anyway, so like, then Maddox's lawyer is like, I want out of this case, because here's the thing. the judge dismissed the charges against the $2 billion corporations in the case. And the only reason that this lawyer is in this case is so that he can get a percentage of a settlement from Patreon or from my former employer. Because these corporations have liability insurance. Like, they could easily just cut a check. Like, it doesn't matter to them. They're billionaires. But they decided to fight back because once you kind of give in to corporate terrorism, so to speak, like, everyone's trying to shake you down for the rest of your life. So,
Yeah.
So, but with all the, quote, deep pockets out of the trial, Maddox's lawyer wants out. And then Maddox's lawyer sends us a letter, and he's like, hey, we'll cancel our sanctions if you cancel yours. And we're like, fuck you, you guys committed a crime. Like, you can't perjure yourself. We live in a society. So now, the other day we floated the motion to schedule the sanctions hearing. We're waiting on the courts. Justice is slow. Wheels of justice move slow, but they move inexorably towards justice. And so there will be a sanctions showdown, maybe in a month, maybe in 2 months. Thankfully, I'm unemployed, so I can be there on the scene to live tweet it. And we...
I look forward to those tweets.
Yes, and we will see what happens. I'm sorry, guys. That was a very long story. I hope I didn't bore you guys. I'm so sorry.
That was fantastic.
Speaking only for myself, that's a fantastic recap.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been following the lawsuit. I don't want to say since its inception, but for at least 4 or 5 months.
He tried to explain it to us a couple weeks ago, and it didn't make a whole lot of sense. So hearing it from someone who's involved in it, that is a great story. I totally understand.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Now the sad part is my current legal bills are at $26,374. Now, how much money did I have at the bank at the time I was sued? $0. So thanks to Discover Bank, Discover has been financing my legal defense. So I've started a thing called the Asterios Kokkinos Legal Offense Fund. I want to countersue this guy for fucking up my day. And so if you go to, I think it's GoFundMe, if you Google GoFundMe and Asterios, you can find the Asterios Kokkinos Legal Offense Fund. And listeners, if you could chip in just $1, we can countersue a really shitty guy, and we can get a nice Greek boy the justice he deserves.
Agreed. If you want to drop the excuse me, the GoFundMe link in our Discord, Asterios, I'll add it to the tag on YouTube.
I would love to. I'll do that as soon as I'm done drinking this whiskey sour ginger beer double shot. What did I do? Why did I do? You guys peer pressured me into drinking.
Speaking of, there's
Whoa.
no
It's
peer
not
pressuring.
peer pressure. It's just
Speaking of a
beer.
change of subject.
What do you got?
Speaking of ginger beer, my day job, I work for a vodka distillery here in North Texas. We have a ginger beer called Western Sun Ginger Beer, Asterios. So if you want to go, and by the way, it is, and I'm not saying this because I work there, this is hands down the tastiest ginger beer I've ever had in my entire life.
How much could you send me for free without getting in trouble?
Maybe a 6-pack.
What? Wow, they got you guys on a tight leash over there. I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'd love a
man,
6. Are you kidding me?
There's no
No freebies.
no.
I hear you.
I don't even get free booze, and I put in work for these motherfuckers.
What the hell? They don't take care of you? They got to take a look. You work at the fucking Ben & Jerry's factory. You get to take home 3 quarts a day.
Jesus Christ, I need to switch industries.
Yeah, you do.
My apartment complex gave me 3 beers the other day just for paying rent on the first. So, if that tells you anything,
That tells me that you have the coolest landlord I've ever heard.
right?
Yeah, no kidding.
I was like, "Are these for us?" He was like, "Yeah, take as many as you want." I was like, "Well, I can only carry 3, but I'm taking them." It was Keystone, so I wasn't too worried about only grabbing 3. But
I would have grabbed as many as possible.
I would have stuffed
Bro,
my
like,
pockets.
huge
Filled,
bucket.
filled my pockets, my shirt,
see,
tied my pants
if it
down near
wasn't
my, or tucked my pants into my shoes.
if it wasn't my
Keystone's
apartment
not
complex.
Keystone's not great, but it's not
Beer,
PBR.
free beer is free beer.
Yeah.
I don't drink beer
Speaking
that
of
often.
PBR, all
That
of
would have been
these-
like 8
have you
blackouts
guys-
in my
I don't know
arms.
what the hipster to non-hipster ratio is in Tulsa, but I used to live in Denton, Texas, which is like the hipster hub of North Texas, and all of them drank PBR. Is that, Asterios, maybe you can help too. Is that a hipster thing, or is that just a North Texas hipster thing?
It's definitely a hipster thing because we all drank a lot of PBR in L.A. I think that PBR became popular because it's like a way to drink Bud Light without drinking Bud Light. You know what I mean?
Have you see around here? All the hipsters drink ham.
Wait, what?
Right.
Hams?
Yeah,
What the hell is ham?
Hams?
it's a beer.
We had a lot of people drinking PBR in Oklahoma just because it was the way that our laws work. You couldn't get 6 point
yeah.
at gas stations, so people would go to get imported beer, and PBR was one of the ones that you could get. It was like PBR. What was the
Yeah,
other
if you
one?
go to a liquor store, you could get PBR in 6 point, where in Oklahoma 3.2 is all you can sell at gas stations until
Jesus.
October 18th, where we get 6 point beer.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
They'll be able to sell wine in gas stations and stuff.
Yeah, it'll be like same laws as Texas and stuff like that.
Ah, dope.
Yeah, so we'll be able to go just to the store and get shit. But yeah,
About
until
Speaking,
up until October, we get 3.2 piss water. So PBR was a way to get not super strong beer in 6 point, like not super hoppy and stuff like that.
speaking of laws in Oklahoma, if memory serves, I believe I saw something yesterday about one of your senators or
Oh
governors.
my god, about the medical.
Yeah, medical marijuana
Yeah.
being
They
what,
they're trying. Okay,
disapproved?
so here's what they're doing. All right, this is a current situation in my life right now. So we got medical passed, right? Like overwhelmingly 62% voted for it.
Proposition
A lot of people.
788. Right.
Yeah. Anyways, so it passes, and the Board of Health of Oklahoma decides to get together and basically say that our votes don't matter. And they went ahead and said that the highest percentage of THC you can have in any edible sold at a dispensary is 12%. You can't grow a plant that has above 20% THC. Even if you grow a plant that has 20% THC, you have to dilute it down to 12%. Some of the other things they want us to do is they want a pharmacist to be in every dispensary, which is against the thing they signed for the DEA, saying that they won't do all these things. They can't go into a dispensary or be around a Schedule 1 narcotic drug on the federal scale. So, first off, the law they tried to pass, they can't even have, it won't work. You can't have a pharmacist there, and they're saying you have to have a pharmacist. So that's number one. They can't be open on Sundays. And the big one is that they can't sell smokable marijuana.
What?
Yeah. So they basically said that you can't, from a dispensary, you cannot buy marijuana to smoke. If you want to have smokable marijuana, you have to grow it yourself and do it yourself.
Well, I mean, that
So
doesn't
basically-
sound like a bad gig anyways.
Well, that's the thing, is they know not everybody's going to have the ability to grow it. Also, you can't grow it outside, so it can't be under natural sunlight. It has to be in a building with artificial sunlight. There's like all kinds of things all kinds of stuff they tried to put on it, which are all against what everyone voted for. So currently, the 5 members of the Board of Health, 5 of the 9 that voted to ban the smokable stuff, and the governor of Oklahoma are being sued like hardcore on tons and tons of stuff. And
That's what I'm
it's
talking
not
about.
looking good for them.
I didn't know they were getting sued. When did they?
Asterios, is New York a legal state? I don't keep up with pot because I don't really smoke.
You know what? I've always been afraid to find out. Because it's like, here's what I think. I think we're allowed to eat weed pills in New York,
Okay.
but that's not fun. I want to smoke a big fat J, hang out on the roof in a cheap lawn chair, sipping on a ginger
that would
beer
be
and
so
whiskey
tight.
with a big joint in my hand. I don't want to take pills. What am I, an old man? I'm not doing it.
Are you an old man?
Well, yeah,
Let's just,
I mean,
for the record.
yes, but still, the thing is, I don't know. Every time I tried the weed pills, because like the weed pills are like actual medicine, and it's like that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to use the excuse of actual medicine to get high off my ass, and so
Okay.
and so, but like the pills, like they make you feel like good, and it's like I don't want to feel good. I want to feel dizzy. So that's what's up.
Okay. Well, Texas is you are allowed to have medical, but there are no dispensaries. You cannot get a license in Texas, and so it's basically just insurance for out-of-staters who live in medical states.
Oh.
Yeah, so that
I
they
didn't
don't
even
get
know you could do
arrested for
that.
something that's legal at home. But 2 years ago, anything under 2 ounces is a misdemeanor.
Oh, okay. Well, fucking thank God. At least, because I remember like traveling to Texas when I was younger. Like it was like if you get caught with weed, you will go to jail forever. I remember it was always like a very big deal. But I mean, but that could have just been like our northern bias, though. I don't know. Was there ever a time in Texas where it was like real shitty to have weed on you?
Yes.
Oh, see, I knew I was right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I grew up Army, Asterios, just
Yeah.
because everybody else knows. I grew up Army, and so I moved around a lot. But one of the places we kept coming back to was North Texas, the North Dallas area. And I spent a couple years here in high school. And in high school, a friend of mine had crumbs shake in the floorboard of his car and had to spend a year in juvenile detention.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That sounds about right. Like it's just like a bullshit crime for no reason. Let's fuck a kid up.
He got pulled over for, I want to say, speeding or some ridiculous. It was a traffic stop. Your standard. You blew through that stop sign. Where's the fire? Why are you speeding? That was a red light. Whatever. And then the cop was like, "Do you mind if I search your vehicle?"
No.
My buddy was like, "Yeah, I don't have anything on me."
Oh God.
And they searched his vehicle, found something on the ground, arrested him, tested it, found it was pot, sent him to juvie for a year.
Yeah, that sounds about fucking right. Where it's just like
Fuck that.
yeah, of course fuck that. You know, look, we all know the bullshit about like, weed was legal and then the alcohol companies got together and made it illegal. And it's like
It was paper companies.
what? Tell me this.
It was all
Okay,
the companies.
okay. So
paper company.
So hemp and the plant has more textile uses than paper.
Any other thing on the planet?
Yeah. So lumber companies got together and they were like, hey, that's where all the propaganda, like the 20s or 30s propaganda came from. That's where all of that came from, because they were like, hey, these guys are using pot and raping, these minorities are using marijuana, and they're raping our white women. We got to put a stop to this.
They started calling it marijuana instead of cannabis because they thought it sounded more Hispanic. And since the U.S. is right next to Mexico, they were relating it to gang violence, and that gangs from Mexico were bringing marijuana, not cannabis, into the U.S. and selling it as a drug, and that's where Reefer Madness came from.
Oh, my God.
Also the like cotton and clothing industry was in on it. The paper industry, all kinds of stuff was in. We're in on trying to get that shut down because it was so versatile in putting a bunch of places. Like it was killing their business.
I just added a picture onto the general of our Discord called "Why You Think Cannabis is Illegal versus Why Cannabis is Really Illegal," and it'll show you all the different companies that it would affect if it became just a legal, usable plant. And it's like all the big companies.
My dad lives in Ohio, and which is kind of irrelevant to the story, but he uses hemp for all of his speaker cabinet casings. He has a bunch of clothing made of hemp fibers. Hemp fiber, by the way, is actual edible fiber and is good fiber. Just a footnote.
You can also make plastic out of hemp, which biodegrades in 90 days. So you can make water bottles that once you put them in the ground, they go away in 90 days because of the plastic you can make out of it. God. I mean, there's so many different uses that would like benefit everyone.
Hemp does the same thing. Cannabis does the same thing that sunflowers do. Not quite as well as sunflowers. In radioactive areas where it cleans the soil so that you can start using that soil again. I don't know if you guys have ever seen radioactive sunflowers. These things are fucking weird.
There's a building in Tulsa, Oklahoma that has radioactivity because they used to repair space shuttles here.
Oh.
That's fucking terrifying.
I think it's cool as fuck.
There was this big ass building, and we actually used to go play airsoft in it. So we'd shoot each other with toy guns in there. But we were thinking about, the company I was working for as an airsoft company, we were thinking about buying the building and turning it into an indoor facility so we could play indoors. And when we were looking through the building and stuff and looked through everything, we saw a record that the one of the 3 giant bays, this is like 90,000 square feet, one of the 3 bays was actually radioactive because they used to repair space shuttles, which had been in space. So coming back in, they get contaminated with radioactivity and all that shit.
Have you looked?
Listen, this building was dope, though.
Are there other ways besides that you can think of besides planting sunflowers to get rid of that radioactivity?
I have no idea. I don't know the whole radioactivity scale and how you get rid of it.
You don't know nuclear physics?
No.
But you work for an airsoft company, though. So how can you not?
No, I used to.
Okay, no, I get it. Wow.
Now I make industrial silencers and emissions equipment.
Wait, what? Do you guys all have cool jobs? One of you guys makes industrial silencers. One of you guys makes delicious ginger beer and vodka. And the third guy does?
I used to sell paint. Now I'm a plumber.
Oh, see, that's
What's
cool. I was a
up?
house painter for like 18 years. House painting's great.
No. I used to sell paint.
Yeah, I know.
I did not paint.
We bought it from you guys.
I didn't paint.
Sherman Williams.
I stood behind a counter
Yeah.
and sold paint to people.
And kicks paint
I hated
buckets.
his life.
I
Yeah.
hated every second of it. No. It was bad. Nothing against the company. They sell great paint. They treated me. They treat their employees pretty well. It's literally watching paint dry as a profession.
No.
I couldn't do it.
No, that's true. Okay, but
I did every match that came into the building.
No.
So somebody brings in a door and they're like, I want stain match to that. That's my next 2.5 hours. I do that. That's the funnest part of my day. And then just stand there and wait and help people and tell people that they need to pick Dorian Gray over Mindful Gray because Dorian Gray would match their shades better than mine. It was awful, man. And then they didn't believe me. They were like, I don't know. And then they'd spend the next hour
I'm
trying
gonna
to
go
decide.
with the one that I think I need.
No, not
and
even
then
that.
I'm gonna not like it.
Not even that. Well, yeah, sometimes. But they would spend an hour trying to decide between the two colors and then end up going with the one you suggested at the beginning. It's like,
Look,
why didn't you just pick
you
it
don't
when
need
I
to give-
suggested it?
The problem is you don't need to give people options. Most people, when they come into situations like that, don't want options. They want to be told
Yes, sir.
what they want. So, just in case you ever go back, don't tell them, hey, do this, not this. Just tell them, this is what you need.
For sure. For
They
sure.
don't
I
listen
started
to that.
figuring that out. Yeah, a lot of them didn't, but it definitely worked on some people. You'd just be like, oh, that's your granite? Yeah, you want beguiling mauve. This is your color? Paint your walls that color, you'll be happy. And they usually were, but just because...
Oh, funny story. So my mom was repainting their house, and she probably got, I don't know, how many samples would you say were on her walls, Stone?
Probably at least 10 to 15.
Yeah. Yeah, and she kept trying all these colors. She's like, I think I like this one. And nerd over here was like, you don't want that one. She's like, I'm gonna try it. She'd paint a little spot. She's like, I don't like that. And like she finally decided on a color, and it was the one that he suggested like early on.
Of course
Yes.
it was.
Yes, it happened so often.
It's like, and it was my mom. I was like, Mom, just trust what he's saying. He does this all day long. I get that you think you know what color you want. Show him the color you're going for, and he'll pick one for you.
And that's what I did.
So yeah, that was.
So
I feel your pain.
They have cool jobs.
I have a question, though. I'm so sorry. I have a question, though.
Go for it.
What's the funniest thing you ever put in the paint shaker? And it wasn't a baby.
It wasn't a baby.
Okay, that's pretty
'Cause
funny.
Once again, that's murder,
Okay.
and murder is bad.
True. No, you're right.
That late-term abortions are very frowned upon. The funniest thing was probably we filled it up with balloons, and it sounded like a machine gun when we turned it on because it was popping all the balloons.
Awesome.
Yeah, the big 5-gallon shaker, we just filled it. Yeah, we got these balloons for a promotional thing, but they didn't send us any helium, so they were just sad, like sitting on the counter balloons with our logo on it. So we were like, let's just shove all these into this shaker. It was awesome. We had to spend like 3 hours cleaning out the gears and stuff because all the latex was all just torn up. We never got it all. There's still latex in that shaker. Little balloon parts and stuff. It was a good time though.
That's adorable as hell.
Yep.
That's a great goddamn story.
Well, thank you.
So,
Yes.
sorry.
It's okay. Ask me whatever you're thinking.
I've been drinking.
No, we all have. It's too early. We all made a mistake. We all thought this was a good idea.
I got a strange question
I'm
for you.
listening.
If you had to choose,
Oh, Jesus.
let's say you were to, hypothetically speaking, of course, let's say you were to have an animal lick peanut butter off your
Okay.
nuts. What would you choose, dog or cat?
Oh my
Dog, hands down.
I think I can.
And I'll tell you why.
I'm listening.
Because cats' tongues, when they drink water, okay, so dogs, when they drink water, their tongues turn into a J. So the
It
curve,
scoops it from the back side of their tongue, the underneath of their tongue.
right. But cats just
Yep.
stick their tongue in the water. And
Right.
they do that because their tongues are barbed.
And that's part of the question is, the dog is going to be all kinds of sloppy.
I don't care.
might kind of nibble in there a little
Listen.
bit, where the cat's going to be more precise, a little more like sandpaper, kind of like just more of a fondling. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
And
sandpaper.
you got to
on your
remember,
testicles.
you have that layer of peanut butter there. There is a peanut butter barrier. So you're not going to feel all these barbs that you're talking about. This is a question. You can learn a lot about somebody from this question. I've heard it many times in my life.
Well, I like sloppy top anyways, so dog.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with dog just because I think a cat would take forever, and I think a cat would get bored. It's like, I'm looking for like an enthusiastic experience, like, and I think that's what you get from a dog.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well, I'm glad we're on the same page. Fantastic. And what
It's-
are y'all's choices? I'm assuming cat, since you were so on the defensive about it.
No,
No, not
I'm
even close.
definitely dog.
It's definitely
Yeah,
dog. Dog
Okay.
is the correct answer.
yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, I mean, you gotta just, you gotta.
You
play
have
off.
to know.
Okay.
You have to know.
Yeah.
All right. So is Asterios is Speight Inc.
Yes.
You said it is a real company.
It's a real corporation.
Now,
Yes.
you're I feel like this is satire to like a serious degree. Is this serious?
It's satire if I get in trouble. So
Okay.
So here's the thing: like I give advice. I give professional spike consultations on how people can use the power.
So
of
you really own a company named Speight Incorporated.
You can Google it right now. We are registered with the New York State Department of Commerce and Finance.
Jesus.
Now here's the thing. It's like if you get in trouble, this is all a gag. But if you successfully use the power of spite to improve your life, then this is 100% serious, and we will send you a bill. Amen.
Okay.
Amen. Let us pray. Amen.
We'll show you that capitalism works fine.
Capitalism's, come on, what has it done bad ever? I mean, did a guy raise the prices of AIDS drugs so he could buy a Wu-Tang Clan album? Yeah. Did a bunch of people put weed out of business and like cause some poor kid in Texas to go to jail for a year because they wanted to sell more paper? Sure. But come on, what do you want to sound like a pussy?
Spite helps you get back at that douchebag boss. Helps you buy a synthetic vagina you can keep in your back pocket.
Yes. And one for your front pocket. Because you need
And one for your front
Because
pocket.
much like your dog and cat thing, people need options. People don't need options when it comes to paint, but they do need options as to what they're going to put their balls in. And I'll stand by that opinion until I die, guys.
I'll
Yeah.
agree with you there.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You know,
Pretty
and
solid
some
argument.
people would call us hypocrites.
Sure.
But I
Haters.
don't feel
Yeah.
Well, and I don't feel like hypocrite really holds any weight anymore because of how it gets thrown around like racist nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already been through the whole bastard
Yeah.
situation. We know we're bastards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, Asterios, are you a bastard? Because all of us bastards are going to. Now, it's been a few weeks, fellas, because we took a bit of a hiatus with moves and relocations. Bastards stay here. Non-bastards go to Mars.
I'll check my notes.
Oh, I'll stay.
Okay.
I'll stay here, baby. I'm not giving up on this old rock. Did we turn it into garbage? Yeah, absolutely, we did. But you know what? I saw Wall-E. Eventually, flowers grow. I'll be fine.
It's the only garbage I've ever known.
Exact. Thank you. I'm not gonna start a new life in the off-world colonies. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Though honestly, if I got offered an opportunity to go to some off-world colony, I would wholeheartedly take it and leave everything behind.
Oh, immediately, yes. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, if someone was willing to pay for, I just don't want to do the work.
but I'm not about to get offered anything because actually they could be like, hey, you know a thing or two about vodka. How about you come down to this off-world? How about you go to this off-world colony and make some booze for these hoo-has? And I'm going to say, sounds like these hoo-has need booze stat. I'm making vodka. I've got a rough idea of how to make whiskey. Let's fucking go.
And look, it all comes out the same. Vodka, whiskey, rum, gin. It's just like, what is it going to take to give me the courage to get rejected by some chick at a bar? Like, whatever it takes, I'll drink it. Give it to me.
Well, I'll start the off-world colony off with something simple.
Okay.
I'll start them off with some baseline mead.
Wow.
Because I know how to make mead. And then
That's so cool.
I'll move up to slightly more intense, we'll call it. Like Himalayan camping trip intense.
What?
Well, like like inside of tents. Like you're in a tent.
Whatever it is, I'm drinking it. Just give it to me. I'll drink it. You seem to know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
And then we'll do that with 180 proof vodka.
I am so into this. I want to go on a spirit quest, but I also don't want to try DMT or ayahuasca or any of that shit, because I hear they all give you diarrhea, and it's like
False.
Wait, what?
I've-
They don't give you diarrhea? Tell me.
Ayahuasca.
No, I've done
ayahuasca.
DMT a lot.
Ayahuasca
DMT
makes
does
you
not give you diarrhea.
Vomit
Okay, the VOMs. Okay.
a lot,
Okay.
but from what I've heard, now I've never done ayahuasca. I've got a coworker in Peru right now who I've been trying to convince to bring me back ayahuasca so I can experience it. But to my knowledge, ayahuasca does not give you diarrhea. It makes you puke a lot.
So
And then after that you're blasted through the layers and often where
A lot of times with ayahuasca, once you throw up, it intensifies real hard.
Well, I mean that's with
And that's why
any ingestible.
you keep puking.
guys,
That's with
But yeah, DMT is awesome.
I'm really
Yeah,
I'm really jealous.
some crazy
of
shit.
The fact that you guys have taken that drug that makes your brain think it's dying. Like
No, it makes you think you're dreaming.
what?
Because DMT is dimethyltryptamine, which is the same chemical that your brain uses to make you have dreams. So basically, it's dreaming while awake.
the second your umbilical cord is cut, you dream, and the moment your body passes, like the moment you pass,
Yes.
Yeah.
your body releases
your body releases a large
dimethyltryptamine.
amount.
Yeah.
Wait,
they say when
I'm-
you die, it just dumps into your brain. So they think it's like one of the most, like the trippiest thing that can happen is you dying because it's dumping that shit.
Okay, but I have a question. If I take DMT now, am I going to have less of it on my deathbed? Because I'm going to need a lot of it on my deathbed.
No, your body restores it. You can't do it often because your body becomes accustomed to the use of it, kind of thing.
It's a tolerance thing. It's the same with
Yeah.
like smoking
Yeah.
pot. If I were to try to go toe to toe with pretty much any smoker with pot, I know for a fact that I'm going to tap out after the first hit because that's all I can handle. And then for the next hour or so, I'm going to be real fucking weird.
That's actually confirmed. I can confirm that as fact.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty
my
true.
God.
It's awesome because when I want to,
It's excellent.
If I want to get stoned, all I got to do, I pack, and I'm talking just a fucking pinch, like a tweezer pinch of keef into a bowl, heat that up a little bit, hit that, set the bowl down. I'm stoned for the next hour and a half, 2 hours.
Well, guys,
And-
I think you've described what the rest of my Saturday is going to be.
Hell yeah.
DMT and pot?
I think I'm good. I don't know about the DMT part. Because here's the thing. It's like, God, I don't want to know myself better. There's all that shit where it's like you get to learn about things. I don't want to learn shit about myself. I already know too much about myself.
See,
No, but-
for me, I didn't necessarily learn a whole lot.
Thank
but
God.
It was a
Okay,
ride.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's crazy.
Like I went through a high-rise city of lights, shapes, and colors at 1,000,000 miles an hour. It was insane. It was the coolest experience, man.
What do you guys do?
I was
Looked
sitting in
over
a
to my
chair
left.
in my living room, and I knew I was sitting in a chair in my living room, and it did not feel like I was in a chair in my living room.
Jesus
You guys-
fucking Christ.
Yeah, I watched a dragon
nerd.
dance around the room.
Funk nerd. Do you guys want to come down next weekend? I can clear up my schedule.
I gotta look at mine.
I don't know. That's 4 hours. It's 8 hours round trip, right?
Yeah, he just did it last weekend.
Yeah, it's no big shit, dude.
Jesus fuck.
I'll have to look at our schedule. We will schedule something. Maybe not this month, but maybe next.
Well, it won't
Yeah,
be
for
able
sure.
to be the first weekend of August because that weekend, Asterios here on is it on Friday that the garage tour is taking place?
Quote, apparently, end quote. So there's a guy, and he's like, I want you to do a comedy show in my garage. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. By the way, I have enemies. I have people who are probably going to want to call the cops on you and say that they're having some kind of either Klan rally or Antifa rally, whichever the Atlanta police respond to faster. And so he's having a show in a secret location on August 3rd in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't even know where the show is. But it is
Jesus Christ.
But it is apparently happening. And so if you're in Atlanta, Georgia on August 3rd, just kind of follow me on Twitter and eventually we'll get you the location.
Well, I will be there.
Yes!
That is so underground.
I can't miss it. We met in Dallas. I was the weird guy that came up to you and gave you the hat pin.
I have that on my shelf right here.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Which one did you give him?
One of my very first ones. It's a brass hat pin. It's a round brass hat pin. I don't know how to fucking describe it. There's a fuck ton of shapes on it. I don't know. It's just a geometric circle.
Tight. Sounds like a dope
Nice.
hat pin.
Yo, it was.
Yeah.
It is a dope hat pin.
We're hat pin fans here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The three of us go to music festivals together, electronic festivals together, and this past April, what was that? The third weekend of April.
420.
420 weekend.
Awesome.
It was fantastic. Me and Nerd Nasty went to our favorite music festival, Backwoods. And on Thursday night, well, Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, I spent around $400 in hat pins.
Yeah, but they're hat pins. They're awesome. And what are you going to do? Not buy them?
Yeah.
Exactly. He gets it.
I can't help it.
He does get it.
I found so many hat pins. It was magical, for lack of the best word.
I'm really glad to hear that. That's super cool that you found a bunch of cool pins.
Yeah, that's like the
It really was.
one thing I spend a retarded amount of money on at music festivals.
Yeah, but it's
You
like
just
you get
can't
to see
stop.
chicks dressed up all hot. Have you guys seen the glitter? Were there any chicks doing the glitter butt?
Yeah, of course.
I don't
Glitter butt,
know.
yeah, they're all over the place.
That's any festival.
Wait, is that old news? Because I only know about the glitter butts from like the BuzzFeed.
They also do glitter tits
What?
now.
Yeah. There
Look
was
it
one
up.
chick walking around at Backwoods. Speaking of, there was one chick walking around at Backwoods while I was on mushrooms, trying to go to the bathroom, which is another story until later. and she had no shirt on, no bra on. The perkiest tits I've seen outside of a porno, covered in glitter, with stars just over the nipples. Not the areolas, just the nipples. The areola glitter was different colored than the boob glitter. Now, I was also tripping on mushrooms, so that could all be made up. But I fucking saw it.
She's a sequin bra.
Probably.
I don't think it's made up.
Speaking of the that exact situation, I have audio recording of 9 minutes that I took on accident of James getting up, going to the bathroom, and describing his experience, which will be posted at some point, I'm sure. It's one of the greatest. It wasted the rest of my memory on my GoPro, and I was upset about it. And then I listened to it, and I was like, "Oh, it was then. That was one of my favorite parts." So,
oh, fantastic! Put it in the Google Drive. I'll post it after. I'll post it with this episode. Tack it onto the end of this. After the outro, tack it onto the end of this.
Will do.
That's fantastic. A special episode. You gotta shamelessly plug it in there. You know what I'm saying?
Plug it right here. Boom.
No, I'm saying like Patreon, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
To get the bonus content.
Chris is trying to put our
I'm selling out
our audio behind a paywall.
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't have an RSS feed, guys.
Oh, never mind. Me.
I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you.
We can send
Speaking
it to
of
people.
RSS feeds, Asterios, why aren't any of your why isn't Pork Chatter or Waifu Wars or any of that? Why can't I not find that on Spotify? The only music platform that I use. Outside of YouTube.
I've tried to get that shit on Spotify. Like, I don't know what the hell it takes. I've sent them shit. I'm like, hey guys, do it. Put it on Spotify. No, but I think they're too busy with Amy Schumer's new podcast.
God, fucking seriously?
Amy Schumer.
Yes. I submitted like a month ago because like another millennial was like, I only use Spotify, and I was like, okay, well, I'll get the thing on. I'll do it. I submitted. I don't know I'm trying over here.
Can it be found on? Are they on? It's not Google Music. What's the Android? It's
yes, Google Play. Yes,
Google Play.
Yeah, you can listen to all of my podcasts. I do a bunch of them, and they're all. If you go to AsteriosPodcasts.com, you can get the RSS feed. You can put it into any of your podcatchers. You can go on iTunes. You can search for the Asterios Kokkinos Podcast Factory. And yeah, you can listen to all my shows. Me and my girlfriend do a fun show where we talk about the birds from Star Wars. I do a show called Science Friction, which is a sci-fi comedy game show where comedians earn points for how close their opinions are to my opinions. And I'm launching a new show called Voyager Jizz, which is all about the voyages of Voyager. I'm watching Voyager. I'm a Voyager, and we're going on Voyager Jizz. And you can hear it all at AsteriosPodcast.com.
Fantastic.
Voyager. I gotta say, I too personally love Voyager.
Well,
the things that he's done for science and what he will do for science after he leaves are,
Hasn't Voyager already
it's just
left?
amazing.
Voyager
Bro,
left
always
the Oort
leaving.
cloud already, hasn't he? He's hit interstellar space.
He's constantly leaving. That's what I love the most about him. He's just moving and moving and moving with our information just kind of tacked onto the side of it. It's amazing.
Out there in space. Good luck,
Ready
little
to
buddy.
be picked up. Yeah, right.
Shouts out to Voyager. We miss you.
Shouts out. The hero we need,
Anyways.
but not the one we deserve.
Yeah.
Ow. I just kicked the fuck out of my chair or my table.
Well, I guess this is about where we end. Anybody got anything else? I'll take that as a no.
Nope. Yep.
All right, Asterios.
I do.
oh,
I
go
do
ahead.
have one more thing, actually. I'm sorry.
Go for
The
it.
contest is still active. I've
Oh,
not
yeah, would you
got,
like a shot at it, Asterios?
You
I've
know
not
I
got
would.
any correct,
All right,
zero
what you
correct
have-
responses.
What you have to do is spell.
Oh.
You have to spell it. You have to spell it correctly.
Oh.
You've got
How we
Okay,
spelled.
does it begin with an S?
yes. That is the only hint I've given. I think is that it begins with an S.
All right, is it SCHLLLLLEPP?
That
Is
is
it?
incorrect. That is incorrect.
damn it!
However, I will give you a hint.
Okay.
Pretty good
Hint
guess.
two, listeners.
Pretty
Hint two.
good guess. Just saying, it was definitely a noble attempt.
Thank you.
Literally the second attempt. Like Asterios, you're the second person outside of us, really, and our very, very close knit group to even attempt it. So
yeah, but I want to win.
I don't even remember how to
Well,
spell it. So
I don't have it in front
Good
of me. so-
news. You can attempt as many times as you'd like, because I really don't think anyone's going to get it.
No. Though that might be the closest to my memory, which is obviously shit. That might be the closest spelling we've gotten of the two.
Well, if nobody gets it right, then it would be nice to have been the closest, but it's a noble endeavor, and I wish you guys luck in finding someone who can spell correctly.
yeah, it's going to be a challenge. Whoever spells it right, we're going to send them a T-shirt with the word on it.
Awesome.
Fucking, we might just send you a T-shirt with the word on it.
I
Asterios.
want that shirt.
Yep.
Okay, whenever we get it made, because we do have a shirt company, we're just currently trying to find a location for our
Got
equipment.
it.
We'll make one and we'll
I'll
get
take it. Thank you, guys. I could use it. All my shirts are old. They all say things like Dukakis 88. I need new shirts.
Jesus. Jesus.
Yeah.
Moby.
He'll be back. He'll
He'll
be
be
back.
Disco's
Dukakis
not
will
dead.
rise again.
Dukakis will rise again. Yes, exactly.
All right, so Asterios, where can people go to find you?
Well, you can listen to my podcast at AsteriosPodcasts.com. If you're looking to chip in a buck or two to the Asterios Kokkinos Legal Offense Fund, you can find that link in the show notes, or you can just Google Asterios Kokkinos and GoFundMe. And you know, if you like my podcasts and you want to get them early, all my podcasts are up 4 days early at patreon.com/Asterios. And thank you guys for having me on. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Yeah,
on, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
I'm glad the three of us got I'm glad I got to get Saturday morning drunk with you, Asterios.
Yeah, let's do this all the goddamn time. I love it.
Listen, man, I had 2 beers.
This is pretty much
All right.
every Saturday morning.
Yeah,
so.
I get drunk every Saturday morning, but I usually only get drunk with these two. It's nice to have somebody else in here.
Yeah, exactly. The more of us that are doing it, the more normal it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we're drinking it, 9 in the morning, it's not.
Yeah,
a big deal.
exactly. Yes, exactly.
We're going to be the
We're all
first people to have a 20-person podcast. All of us mic'd up, just drunk as fuck, just rambling about crazy
9
shit.
a.m.
Oh, 9 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Saturday morning. We're all drunk as shit.
Have you ever wanted to be part of a podcast? Do you have a microphone? Join us next Saturday, 9 a.m.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Leave your Discord. Whatever. Links are all in the description. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This has been the Rambles podcast. We are your hosts. I am Grandpa Strange. That's Funktastic, Nerd Nasty, and the fantastic Asterios Kokkinos. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you, guys.
Later.
peace.
This outro is brought to you by My Room Records. The title of the track is Do It for Speight. Goodbye, everybody.
Hey bud, don't beat yourself up. I know that it's tough and you're down on your luck, but believe me, the shekels will come. Be thankful you have such a great Patreon. Enough is more than enough. Setting up a precedent accomplishes everything. Take all his mad bucks and burn them right up. I seem to remember a Greek at one time who said, do it for spite. The countersuit looming, won't somebody donate to serve that ass-blasted Armenian right? Asterios, buddy, I know that right now you've got nothing but time. So don't be discouraged, even though you're a liberal. We'll show you that capitalism works fine. Dude, please counter-sell. You got plenty to lose, but everything to prove. You know what to do. The next move. It may seem impossible, but before has that ever stopped you? You've got the girl and the fans and some Skrilla. Now go prove that you are much more than a winner, a better case than the one who sued you first. You heard it right here, the best Greek in the universe. I seem to remember a Greek at one time who said, do it for spite. The countersuit looming, won't somebody donate to serve that ass-blasted Armenian right? Asterios, buddy, I know that right now you've got nothing but time. So don't be discouraged.